Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to create a teapot using Creo Parametric. So let's get started. So at first, click on New and click the default template and enter the part name as Part 1 and click on OK. Set the unit as MMN Part Solid. So now, at first I am going to use Revolve tool. So go for the Revolve, select the front plane, go for the sketch. So here I am going to draw a corner rectangle like this, and I am going to draw a circle at the center point like this, at tangent on both the sides, and delete these lines. I need this distance to be a value of 15 and this radius to be a value of 20. So now our revolve sketch is got completed. So let's complete the sketch by drawing a center line like this and click on OK. So now our revolve feature is got completed, then click on OK. So now I need to extrude this down, so click on this, go for the extrude, go for the sketch view. So here I am going to draw the circle with the center point to a diameter value of 30, then click on OK. Now I am going to extrude this towards downwards and I need a depth of 5 on both the sides, symmetric extrude, remove material and then click on OK. So now I am going to create a shell feature for this. So go for the shell, select this surface and I need a thickness of 2 here, then click on OK. So now our first sketch is got completed. So now I am going to drag this towards here and go for the standard orientation, and now I am going to create the next part. So for that, go for the sketch, select the front plane and automatically it will go for the right reference. Go for the sketch and go for the sketch view. So here I am going to draw a curved line with the spline option. Go for the spline. I need 4 points like this. Then let's go for the dimensions. I need this height to be a value of 5 and this length to be a value of 25, and select dimensions, select the first point and this horizontal line. I need this height to be a value of 10 and this length to be a value of 38. To make sure the dimensions, just drag it like this for the clear reference. So go for the dimensions, select the second point and this horizontal line. I need this height to be a value of 30 and this distance to be a value of 45. Then select this point and this horizontal line, go for the dimensions. I need this height to be a value of 40 and this length to be a value of 55. So sketches got completed. As you can see here, our part is completely done. As you can see, 4 options with 4 dimensions. Make sure distance is of 25 with a height of 5. So then click on OK. Now turn it like this. So now here I am going to create some 3D point. So go for the point. At first point I am going to select the start point like here, go for the new point, select this line and I need an offset value to be a value of 0.6 and click on new point, select this line and I need an offset of 0.8, then go for the new point, select the end point like this, click on OK. So make sure that you have created 4 points like here. So then I need to create a plane for these 4 points. So go for the plane, select this point, control key plus select this plane. So first plane is got completed in our created point. So we need to do this for the 4 points. Select the point, control key plus this plane, click on OK. Go for the plane, select this point, control key plus this plane, go for the plane again, select the final point, click on this face and click on OK. So now we created 4 planes for these 4 points. So now let's sketch the first plane that we created. Go for the sketch, click the first plane as a reference of top plane, go for the sketch and go for the sketch view. So here we need to make references for the point that we are going to sketch. So go for the references, select this individual point, close it and go for the sketch view. Here you can see the reference point. So I am going to draw a circle from here tangent to this point that we have taken for the reference. So I am going to enter this diameter as a value of 20, then click on OK. So our sketch for the first plane is got completed. So I am going to do this for the second plane with some different dimensions. Go for the sketch, select the second plane and go for the sketch view. Here also we need to make some references for the point that we are going to sketch, close it, go for the sketch view. So here for this I am going to draw an ellipse from here to here like this. I need a height to be a value of 12 and with a breadth of 10. It's a value of 12 and 10. So click on OK. So as you can see, the second sketch is got completed. So go for the sketch, select the third plane as a top reference, go for the sketch view, create a reference for this point, close it, go for the sketch view. So here I am going to draw a circle as a tangent to this point with the diameter of 6 and click on OK. So our 3 sketches are completed. Let's go for the final sketch. Go for the sketch, select this plane and go for the sketch view. So here also we need to make some references for this point, close it, go for the sketch view. So here I am going to draw an ellipse with the circle. So at first draw an ellipse like this and draw a circle like this, tangent on the both the sides. Now let's go for the delete segment, delete this top segment and delete this bottom segment. So I need this height to be a value of 10 and this radius is to be a value of 2. So as you can see, our final sketches got completed. So let's give OK for this. So sketch for these 4 planes are completed. So let's create a line for joining this on the top. So select this total front plane, go for the sketch and go for the sketch view. So at first here we need to make some references for all the circles. So delete, hide this all datum planes and go for the references, drag it like this, select this circles to get references. So now go for the sketch view. As you can see the end of this circle. So I am going to create a spline feature for connecting this. Select this edge, this edge, this edge and this edge and click on escape button. So now our sketches got completed. So click on OK. So now as you can see, our 2 lines are created with some features. So now I am going to use boundary blend tool for connecting this. So at first we need to select 2 items. For the first direction I am going to select the bottom line and top line, control key plus top line. Then for the second direction we need to add these circles. So as you can see, click on OK. Our boundary blend feature is got completed. As you can see, it is in the surface extrusion. I am going to make this as a thicken extrude. So go for the thicken. Before that select the entry boundary blend and go for the thicken. So I need to thick this to be a value of 1 and then click on OK. Now you can see it becomes a path now. So now go for the model tree, drag like towards this and drag down for the entire thing. As you can see, our shell part is got not regenerated, so it's not a problem. Click this revolve, drag it here, and click this extrude, drag it here, and click this cell, drag it here. So now you can see our part is completely done. So now I am going to create a handle here. So before that, show all this datum plane. As you can see, more datum planes and more datum points. I am going to hide all these points. So select this point, select the sketch, and hide all those. So now let's go for the handle feature. So for that, go for the sketch, select this front plane, and go for the sketch view. So here at first go for the inner line option. As you can see the inner lines. So here I am going to make some spline features for this handle. So go for the spline. We need to create like 5 points for this. First point, second point, third point, fourth point, and the fifth point. After you reach the fifth point, click on cancel button, and then escape button, double click the spline line. You can go for the spline option. So I need this as a polygon mode. As you can adjust this like, wait, yeah. Now you can drag this for your construction mode. You can adjust at whatever size you want, or you can make some circle feature for this. Or else if you want a square shaped handle, you can also add this. So I am using this without any dimensions. So then after completing the adjustments, click on OK, and then click on OK. So for this I am going to add some 3D points for the sweep feature. So go for the point, select the line, and I am going to create an offset of 0.5 at this center point, or else you can choose 0.4 also, and then click on OK. Make sure that your point is created in this line. So then let's go for the shading with reflections view or edges. So now let's go for the sweep bend feature for this line. Select this line, go for the sections, and go for the sketch, and go for the sketch view. So here for this handlebar, I am going to draw the first sketch as an ellipse sketch, as a center line axis ellipse like this. Don't make any equal or tangent constraints, it may spoil our dimensions. I need this length to be a value of 3 and with a height of 5, and then click on OK. So let's insert the next point where it is going to stop. So go for the insert and select the next point, and go for the sketch, and go for the sketch view. So here also I am going to draw an ellipse with some different dimensions like this. So I need this breadth to be a value of 5 and this height to be a value of 10. After completing the sketch, click on OK. As you can see, our single part side is part created. So let's do this for the opposite lines. So go for the insert. As you can see, it is in the end location at this point. Go for the sketch and go for the sketch view. So here make sure that you are drawing in a correct axis, because there is an axis like this, this and this. For your problems, you can make sure that your drawings are in this lines and this line. So only this axis is left for the diagrams. So now I am going to draw ellipse like again. The same we have done for the first part. I need this breadth to be a value of 3 and with a height of 5. Then click on OK. As you can see, our handle part is got completely done with some good features. If you want to use some square, you need to get some sketch there. So then close it. So now till you can see some inner edges are excluded in this inner part. So let's create some remove material feature after that. So before that we need to create some rib here. So go for the revolve, select the center plane of this as the front plane and go for the sketch view. Here go for the hidden line. So here I am going to draw a rectangle feature here as a corner rectangle. Draw like this, and I need this height to be a value of 38 and this length is to be a value of 20. Then let's adjust this rectangle dimension. I need this height to be a value of 3 and this length is to be a value of 2. Then click on OK. For that you need to create a center line, or else you can use this axis also. So go for the shading with edges. As you can see, our rib part is created successfully. Then click on OK. So now let's go for the delete segment here. As you can see here, the extruded part which comes inside this shell feature. So go for the revolve again, select this front plane and go for the sketch view. So here let's go for the hidden line features again. So now at first let's create a center line for this line, which is must for the revolve option. So then go for the project this line and this bottom line and this circle. Yeah, it is coinciding successfully. So then delete these lines which crosses this center line. So after completing this sketch, click on OK. Go for the shading with edges and go for the remove material. So now as you can see here, our part is not included here. So then click on OK. So now our first part is got completed. As you can see here, as in every teapot, you can see here like this inclined, not in this position, vertical position. So let's delete this extruded part. So go for this. Before that, go for the extrude and select this plane and go for the sketch view. So here, as it is easy, select this end point, draw a line which you want, is your own dimensions. Complete the sketch by drawing a line here and click on OK. And I am going to extrude this on the both sides, and I am going to remove material for this. So now our part is completed successfully. Close it. So now all our parts are created. So now let's create some round feature for this. So go for the round, and I am going to enter the round radius to be a value of 0.5 and select this top surface, this bottom surface, and this inner line and this inner line. Then click on OK. Make sure all your round parts are regenerated successfully. So then I am going to round another feature for this. As you can see here, it has some inclined edges. So go for the round. I am going to enter a value of 1.75 as a round feature for this. Select this line, control key, plus select this line, plus select this line. So all our round features are created successfully. So let's close it. So now our first part is got completely done. So let's save this part. After saving this, let's go for the assembly. Yes, we are going to sketch another part in the assembly mode. So go for the assembly and click the default template and enter the part name as teapot and then click on OK. unit as m1 as part solid, as we have used same part. So here I am going to assemble the part that we have saved already. Open it, and I am going to make this as a default constraint and then click on OK. So now here I am going to create a top for this as a cap. So for that, click here for the new part and enter the part name as cap and click on OK. And I am going to create some features for this, then click on OK. So now our sketch part is got opened, as you can see here. So here I am going to use revolve tool again. So select the revolve tool and select this entire front plane. For that we need to make some references. Select this plane as a reference and this bottom plane as a reference. So close it and go for the sketch view. So here let's go for the hidden line features. So here I am going to draw a line for making the cap. So at first go for the project, select this line and this curve, close it, and then I am going to draw a line as a horizontal line, or else first we need to project this line, close it and go for the line. As you can see, the vertical line which joins this line. Close it and delete this line and this line. So now our first sketches got completed. So now I am going to draw a line from here to downwards and enter this height as 4 and then draw another line like this and to this top position. I need this length to be a value of 2, and then I am going to draw an arc for connecting from here to here and here to here. Before that I am going to draw a line from here to this line and then go for the arc. Select this as a 3-point tangent end from here to here like this and enter this radius to be a value of 30. And make sure your values are 1.86. as you can enter any value, but if you increase this value the radius will increase automatically, so it must be in a correct value. So then I am going to complete this sketch. So for that I am going to draw another arc from this point to this point. Don't make any equal constraints. So I need this radius value as 28, as here 1.97. So then after inserting, or you can enter the same radius value as 30. So then I am going to complete the sketch. Before that I am going to draw a line from here to an inclined line and a vertical line, and I am going to complete this line by drawing a line here. Go for the delete segment, delete this line, and now at first I am going to enter this distance value as 3 and I am going to adjust the value of angle. Before that let me adjust the total height to be a value of 12. So then I am going to create some angle features. So go for the dimensions, select this line with the total baseline, and I need this angle to be a value of 70. So then all of the dimensions are entered correctly. So now let's adjust this total height to be a value of 20. So then you can see here this value is of 5, as we not entered any value, as this total height is of 12 and this total height is of 20, it will change automatically. Please make sure that your value is on 5, and we need to draw a center line for this revolve tool. So our sketches are completed. Let's check whether our sketch is fully constrained. As you can see the pink color. So now let's click on OK. Go for the shading with edges. So as you can see our part is fully constrained and completed successfully. click on OK. So now here I am going to create some round features for this. Before that, let me create our part as an active part. Then go for the round. Before that, hide all those datum planes. Go for this part. Select this part 1, and make it as deactive. Select this part and make it as an active part. And now here I am going to add some round features for this. Enter this value as 0.50. Then select this edge, control key plus select this edge, and then I am going to round this edge. Then click on OK. Then I am going to add some another round features for this top. Go for the round, and I am going to round this value as 1. Select this edge and then click on OK. So now all our parts are created. You can see a line here. Hide this. So sketches got fully completed. So let's make this entire assembly as an active part. So now let's give some appearances for this teapot. Go for the appearances. So I am going to give some different color for this. So go for the misc, and I am going to give some fabric color for this, as this color for this entire assembly. Then click on OK. As you can see here, our part is fully completed with full constraints. Let's go for the shading with reflections. So thanks for watching, guys. So if you want more videos related to mechanical engineering or any other content, you can comment below. And if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like this video, guys.